Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tracy Tomson.
Good morning. Welcome to Phoenix. We are thrilled to be here in the Valley of the Sun for our very first time. And we hope that you'll enjoy experiencing everything that this beautiful city has to offer. Now, many of you all have already had a really busy weekend. We've had board and committee meetings, the golf tournament at the Raven Club, which I heard was outstanding, the RFMA Gives 5K at Evelyn Hallman Park, the new member cafe, Express Exchange, and of course, our opening party last night at the Deuce. How fun was that? So now, I think our tanks are full. I don't want to know what they're full of. That's between you and whoever. But I think it's time to get this show on the road. So on behalf of myself and the RFMA staff, Anna G, Debbie, Heather, Jeff, Jen, Reagan, and Ryan, you guys wave wherever you are out there. Thank you for hitting the road with us and joining us here for RFMA 2018. And now we'll do all we can to make sure it's worth the trip. So now it's time to introduce the people who will be on the RFMA road trip with me and the RFMA staff for the next year. This group of dedicated volunteer leaders is going to make sure that our tank is full and we don't miss out on any of the sites along the way. So I would like to introduce to you our 2018 Board of Directors.
That's all, folks.
All right, and now it's my pleasure to introduce our 2017 Chairman of the Board, John Getha, and one of our newest CRFPs. It has been my absolute pleasure and privilege to work with John this year. I think our styles have complemented each other really well. While I tend to be forward-thinking and eager to initiate change when change is needed, John balanced that out by being careful and thoughtful and analytical, anticipating problems before they may arise. He let me lead, but made it clear that he was walking alongside. He's not just an idea guy, he's a doer who sees his ideas through to the end. And I can tell you his plate has been very full this year, seeing many of his ideas through to completion. And now for his final thoughts, as his term nears completion, please welcome John Getha, CRFP. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Tracy. And good morning, RFMA. Yeah. Our first official item of business for this annual meeting of our membership is to vote on the slate of officers for 2018. I would like to present to you our slate of officers for the 2018 Board of Directors. Chair, Gary Brackett, Starbucks Coffee. First Vice Chair, Chair-elect, Rob Walk, CRFP, the Habit Burger Grill. Second Vice Chair, Secretary, Noel Faye, CRFP, Olive Garden Restaurants. And Treasurer, Tom Jones, CRFP, Panda Restaurant Group. Only association members may vote. May all who vote to accept this slate of officers as presented, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The slate is accepted as presented. Congratulations to the officers and thank you for your vote. We also want to acknowledge our outgoing Directors at Large board members. These board members have served this organization on the Board of Directors, some of who will be rolling over to the Advisory Council. Timothy Corcoran, PMP, CRFP, Jack in the Box Cordoba. Christopher Skiles, Panera Bread. Jeremy Weber, CRFP, Chipotle. And our 2017 vendor representative, Keith Moore, U.S. Exterior Maintenance. Thank you all. And now, as I close out my term as chairman, I would like to start by thanking Tim Corcoran, our 2016 chairman, for the great job he did talking me into position. Thank you, Tim. I agree with Tracy that we make a good team, and I always appreciate her openness to listen and to discuss new ideals. Thank you, Tracy. I also want to thank the RFMA staff for all they have done for preparing for this conference and all they do every day. I would like to ask them to stand. Debbie Kenzel, Jeff Dover, Heather Webb, Ryan Bird, Anna G. Saylor, Jennifer Rivera, and Reagan Baker. Please give them all a big round of applause. Most importantly, I want to thank all of you for being here at this conference. It is all of you that make this organization what it is, and all of you that will decide what it will become in the years to come. As Tracy mentioned, I would like to share two final thoughts. First, as I look across this room, I see many people I have had the privilege to get to know since joining RFMA in 2016. I have heard and seen some great personal and professional success stories. Our industry, the restaurant industry, has received some bad press over the last several years for low wages, and parts of our industry have seen protests. I will leave all of that to the politicians, the activists, and the business owners. But my experience has been there are many great success stories, not just in this room, but in our entire industry. Stories about opportunities taken, lifetime careers built. I never imagined 24 years ago, when I started in the restaurant industry as a technician, that I would have a chance to serve on such a great organization like RFMA. We should all be proud of being a part of this industry and share our stories of just how much opportunity this industry provides for all who want to work hard and want to grow. Secondly, I believe the restaurant industry is one of the most competitive industries in business today. And this is evident as you look up and down any main street and see all the different concepts competing for the same customers and employees. They all face the same challenges just as we do in this room. But how great is it that even as competitors, our companies know there is real value in each of us being here and being members of RFMA. Each of our respective companies rely on us to develop, lead the best possible facility programs in a way that will help improve our margins and our customers' experiences. RFMA provides many resources to assist us with this, but the number one resource is each of us sharing with each other what has worked and what has not. So I encourage us all to get out of our comfort zones and to make at least one new friend over the next 2 days who we can learn from and teach some. I encourage us to get involved, to stand up for what we know is good facilities maintenance and lead. Let us start today by opening ourselves up to new ideas, different perspectives, and by being good listeners and asking great questions as we attend the education sessions and as we meet our new friends and potential partners. All right, so now it is time for the presentation of the annual RFMA Gives project, which is in its 8th year, hard to believe. It is my pleasure to introduce the co-project managers of the RFMA Gives 2018 project. Vernon Husky from Starbucks Coffee. Timothy Benacker, CRFP, Kilwin's Chocolate franchisee. Micah Dyer, CRFP from Legacy Air. And the RFMA's Facility Resource Manager, Jeff Dover, CRFP.
It was a great experience co-chairing this year's project. I really wasn't quite sure what I was getting into, and it was a bit daunting at first, but I quickly found out that I wouldn't be alone. When we visited the Salvation Army Rehabilitation Center, we knew it would be another challenging project, but it would also be the perfect fit for RFMA.
From the very beginning, I noticed their community restroom was in pretty bad shape, so it was a top priority for me to make that happen for us.
With multiple buildings and a wide range of critical needs, we saw that what they needed most were the kinds of things that RFMA members could provide. And once again, RFMA members provided everything we asked for and then some.
Thank you so much, Micah, Tim, and Vern. Damn. Your passion for this project was tremendous, and we wouldn't be here with each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Also, very special thanks to the generosity of the more than 160 volunteers and almost 50 companies who donated time, money, materials, and equipment. The video we're about to play will tell the story of RFMA Gives 2018. While the video plays, we ask that one representative from each of the companies who did participate in this project, along with the individual volunteers who worked on site, to come forward to receive a token of your appreciation. Please go to the left side, my left side of the ballroom, and line up accordingly. And we will now watch to receive your gift, and now we'll watch our video. And also, real quick, we have a couple of representatives from the Salvation Army. They will be on line 2, and we'll be talking to them shortly. Thank you.
At the Restaurant Facility Management Association, RFMA Gives is how we give back. Each year, in the city where we host our annual conference, RFMA looks for a place to leave a lasting footprint by expanding or totally remodeling a charitable food kitchen. This year in Phoenix, RFMA Gives chose the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Center. The center receives no financial support from the parent organization and is 100% self-funded. The money they raise comes from operating 5 Salvation Army thrift stores in the greater Phoenix area. Residents living at the rehabilitation center learn to overcome addiction and substance abuse. They receive counseling and social development training and gain job skills to re-enter the workforce. The Adult Rehabilitation Center provides all these services, plus a safe place to live with nutritious meals every day for up to 150 residents at a time, free of charge. The Rehabilitation Center kitchen, which serves 400 to 500 meals a day, was in dire need of its own rehabilitation after 40 years of service. So on Saturday, September 23, 2017, RFMA Nation came together in Phoenix for a full day of working, sharing, and giving back to the Salvation Army.
We're the Adult Rehabilitation Center. We are the oldest and largest private caregiver for drug and alcohol abuse in the country. This program is free to the men and women who come to us for help. And by you volunteering, you're doing an amazing job of helping us do that. So thank you. Thank you all very much. We can't tell you what this means to us.
And here's how our association, your association, helps them help so many others.
We remodeled the whole kitchen, including the cooking and the holding equipment.
New FRP, new stainless steel, and new flooring.
All new LED lighting inside and out of the building.
We were able to install 30 air conditioners in resident spaces.
A new filtration and softening system for the entire building.
And we were able to make major repairs to the asphalt in the parking lot.
And don't forget about the concrete.
We installed outside security lights.
We replaced the exterior kitchen door.
New paint and carpet on the first and second floor.
We completely remodeled the community restroom.
We refreshed the outdoor area with new landscaping materials.
RFMA is so honored to have selected the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Center as our 2018 RFMA Gives work site. And we want to give special thanks to our 2018 project managers.
Tim Van Acker from Desert West Builders.
Vern Husky with Starbucks.
Micah Big Daddy Dyer, Legacy Air.
RFMA is your association, and RFMA Gives is how your association gives back. Thanks, RFMA, for sharing your generosity. We look forward to even more of you joining us for our next RFMA Gives project in Austin, Texas.
I don't know why the lights are on this year, but I'd rather talk into darkness. Okay, on a quick side note, unfortunately, the Major and CEO of the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Center, Dennis Earnhardt's mother, passed away this week, and he cannot be with us today. He'll be sorely missed. So I want to introduce Dennis's wife, Captain Adriana Earnhardt, and Todd Lawrence, the program director from the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Center. These are the people that make things happen.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Good morning. Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Centers have been operating since 1865. When William Booth told his wife, Kate, "I have found my destiny," he visited the London Bridge in East London, England, and saw the homeless alcoholics, addicts, and prostitutes living under a bridge. He wanted to help people who had lost their way. He called it Soup, Soap, and Salvation. The Salvation Army is the oldest and largest private caregiver for people who have lost their way because of alcoholism and drug addiction in this country and throughout the world. Our center is a 6-month live-in, work therapy, social model program that helps men and women regain control of their lives in order to return to their loved ones and their communities as productive members of this great society. The program is free for those who come to us for help. We do not receive money. We totally depend on the material donations that we receive from you. We process them, place them in our thrift stores, and the money we make pays for their program. Because of this, it is a challenge to meet the needs of our great work. We are so grateful to RFMA and their partners, the community that supports RFMA, and the Salvation Army, and we are amazed at your commitment to us. The work you have done at our facility will allow us to continue to do our work and to do so in a modern and updated center. while meeting the needs of the men and women who come to us for help. I want to thank you all for your generous support in helping us in doing the most good. May God richly bless you all. Thank you.
Okay, if you or your company would like to be part of the next RFMA Gives project in Austin, please stop by the RFMA booth in the exhibit hall and fill out a commitment card. Thank you.